Kim. How are you?
And I missed you.
I know, it's been a little crazy. So I'm glad to be back. It's so nice to be back. I love this. I love what you're doing. I love you, and thank you so much for doing
Love
this.
you too. It's so good to see you. How have you been?
I've actually been really sick.
No.
Like for like 3 weeks. Like I've had a really bad cough. And I went actually to a doctor Tuesday, and he said, I think it's not your really, it's not like an illness. He says there is so much air pollution, and he kind of figured out like it's like this cough wouldn't go away. And he said there's year round so much air pollution. And so then as soon as I figured that out, I'm like, okay, good. That's what it is. So
Shoot, I'm sorry to hear that.
yeah, but I feel like I tried to go to as many yoga classes as I could, because I feel like just trying to stay in that schedule and structure is helpful.
Yeah, no, I think you're right.
How about you? How are you doing?
I'm okay. It's been a lousy couple weeks, but
Like with Jason and
yeah, Jason, and
that's
it's just really tragic.
struck me so hard. I because he came to the courthouse a couple times, and but I never really had a regular class with him. But you never realize like the impact one person can have. It's so I
True.
my heart went out to you. My heart went out to you as soon as I read that. I was like, oh gosh. So
yeah. And he came to Ireland one year with me. And he taught with me in 2019.
I didn't realize that. Okay. That makes it even harder when you've had those kinds of experiences.
Yeah. And he and his girlfriend were at our house. They were here in this room the night before he died.
Are you serious? That makes it even harder.
I know, that really was, I think I hadn't seen him for a month or so, but I think that was really,
yeah,
like, I don't know. For some reason that was rough, because it was like the very next day and I'm like, what?
it's kind of surreal. Like, wait, what just happened? Like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
The news, and it's like, wait, is that even real? Like,
yeah, exactly.
it takes a minute. I'm glad you got to spend his last night with you though. Like,
I know. That's the thing. I feel so grateful for that. So
it doesn't make it any easier, but I'm glad you got to spend his last night with him.
Thank you, Heather.
I love you. I just want to give you a big hug.
Oh, I want to give you a big hug too. Okay, Maria.
Hi, Maria.
Hi, Maria.
Hi.
I need to grab just a couple of quick things and I will be right back. You guys can get set up, and
Okay. That sounds great.
it's married man's class, but whatever. Do what we want. Okay, 1 second. All right, you two. Where are all these people? Like taking out an advanced class.
They're missing out.
Yeah. All right, so let's just make sure you guys are both muted, and then get started. All right, my dears. Thank you for coming. This is technically our advanced practice, and my plan for today is to work with a few different variations of dolphin. So we'll do some shoulder openers, and if you have a wall handy, you can even like walk the feet up the wall. It's not super necessary, but I'll just give you that as an option as you move through our practice. But you know, your practice is your practice, and so as usual, meet yourself where you are, and do what you can do. I don't love that we call this advanced because it feels kind of, I don't know, maybe a little separating or whatever. And some maybe people feel like they shouldn't come if they don't feel up to it. But anyway, you two know. Find your seat, let your eyes close, tune into your breath. Just take a moment to settle here. Starting with a few moments in stillness. Good. And then inhale, open up your chest a little bit, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, round your spine back. Inhale, open. And exhale, back. Inhale, lift. And exhale. Back to your upright position. You're going to reach the right arm up and over, moving into a side bend, side body stretch. Opening up and creating some length and space on the right arm, the ribs, the side body. And then bring your right arm back up, reach it out to the right, and then pull it in front of you. So you can hold onto the arm with your hand or with your forearm. And allow the right shoulder to relax down away from your ear. A couple more breaths here. Good, and then we're going to release this and take the right arm all the way up and bend your elbow, bring your hand behind your back. Bring your left hand over to touch your right elbow. Take a breath here, and then give it a little stretch to the side. So feeling into your right tricep and your shoulder and your side body. And then all the way back up. Use your arm, both arms down, and take the other side. So the left arm reaches up and over side bend. And so breathing here into the left arm and the ribs and the side body. Feeling each breath as it grows, how it expands and creates a little bit of space within. And then all the way back up. Take your left arm out to the left and then pull it in front of you. Hold onto the arm like this, or with your forearm. Going into your deltoid and the top of the shoulder. Draw your left shoulder down away from the ear. And breathe here. Okay, we're going to release the arm. Take the arm all the way up and behind the back. Touch between the shoulder blades. Put the right hand over to your left elbow. Give it a little pull. Stretch into your shoulder and your tricep. Good. One more breath here. And all the way back up. Release the elbow. Keep the arms down. Bring your hands behind you and cross your legs. And we'll take a couple of windshield wipers. Side to side. Loosening up, opening up the hips and the lower spine. Awesome, you guys. All right, back to center. Let's come forward to the hands and knees. And we're going to do some cat-cow movement. So dropping the belly, opening the chest, lifting the tailbone, rounding the spine, and the top. And moving back and forth here at your own pace. And then take some hip circles, moving in one direction, a couple of rounds, moving in one direction. Good. Pause and go the other direction. Just taking these first few moments of practice, just feeling your body move through space, really inhabiting the body fully. Take another full breath here. Good. And then we're going to drop down to the elbows and the forearms and take our first dolphin pose. And so just the basic setup. Forearms are parallel, shoulder width apart, or you can choose to clasp your hands, make a little tripod. Back to the neck and your jaw here, pick up your knees, and tiptoe forward a little bit towards the face. Keep your elbows and your forearms pulling in toward that center, toward that midline. Lift and engage your core, your belly. So the navel pulls up and back toward the spine. And breathe here. So part of our practice today is to breathe through some of the struggle or the discomfort, and staying in our bodies, taking breaks when we need to. Good. Let's take about 3 more full breaths here in your dolphin, lifting through your core. Imagine you had a string attached to your waistline, to your navel, pulling up and back. Last full breath here. Come down to your knees. Come up onto your hands and stretch your right arm out and up. Maybe take an extra breath here, reaching for the fingertips. Thread the needle. So your right arm goes underneath your left. Come on down to the shoulder, the side of the head. Good. A couple more breaths here. And then unwind out of that. Take your right arm And reach it all the way up. And right hand back to the floor. Good. Left arm reaches, open and lengthen. And left arm underneath your right. Knee to that thread the needle, shoulder stretch. Breathe here into your left arm, shoulder, and side of the back. Couple more breaths. Good. All right. Out of that, take your left arm out and up. Stretch the fingertips towards the ceiling. And bring the left hand back to back. All right. Downward facing dog. So reach for your palms and lift your hips up. And maybe appreciating the difference between down dog and dolphin. There's a little more freedom and space in the shoulders, the base of the back. But still staying strong for your core, lifted through your belly, navel to stomach. Take one more breath here. And then bend your knees, look toward your hands. Step or hop forward toward the top of the mat. Lengthen your spine, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Good. Take an extra breath here in your forward fold. And then come all the way up to stand. Raise the belly, stretch out, reach up. And then hands come together. Good. Let's flow a little bit. Take the arms up as you inhale. And then exhale, forward fold. Keep with your heart, fold lift. Back to the top. Halfway lift and breath. Exhale, fold. All the way back up to standing. So in for your feet, stretch up, reach up. And then hands together up there. Then take your arms back up on inhale, open up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, long length spine. Exhale, take your hands to the floor this time and make your way to the plank. So it's upward foot up. Take a breath here. And then rock the whole body forward, lower down, chaturanga. And then inhale into a little cobra pose. Open and lift through your chest. And then exhale downward. Couple more breaths here. Hips stay up, belly strong. Pressing to the palms. Bend your knees, look toward your hands. Step or hop toward the hands. Flat back, lengthen. And then exhale, fold. Good. Bend your knees and sit into a chair pose. Keep your arms forward alongside your ears. Take an extra breath here, a little bit deeper. Bend your elbows, open up your chest, so come into this old pose position with your arms. Try to squeeze your shoulder blades, the bottom tips of your shoulder blades together. Lift. And then cross your hands behind your back. Pull back to the shoulder heads and lift up through your chest. Take one breath. Exhale, forward fold. Keep the fingers into the legs. The legs can stay a little bit bent. Chest and belly towards the thighs. Good. Last full breath here. Release your cross. Bring your hands down. Open out your spine. Inhale. And put your hands down. Step away to plank pose. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, open and lift, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stretch your right leg back behind Lift it up to a two-legged down dog. Take an extra breath here. Active through that right leg. Lift it up. Exhale, knee to chest, step your foot through. Crescent lunge or high lunge. Just sweep the arms up alongside the ears. Feel into your front leg, your back thigh. I'm going to bend the elbows here. Bend the back knee and open up your chest. A couple of breaths in this first one. And then stretch the arms back up. Reach up. Exhale, hands down. Step your right foot back to plank pose. And shift your weight into your right hand for side plank or Vashisthasana. Send your left arm up. Good. Couple breaths here. Pull your hips up. Stretch that left arm forward alongside your ear. Last full breath. Come on back to regular plank pose. Lower down chaturanga. Cobra. And then downward facing dog. Good. And then come down to your knees, and we're going to take another dolphin pose. So set it up. Elbows shoulder width apart. Forearms parallel. Head. Keep that in the knees. So we're going to tiptoe forward a little bit toward the face. And this time, you stretch your right leg back behind you. Lift it up. Coming into a two-legged dolphin. If you prefer to just keep both feet on the ground, that's okay. Couple more breaths here. Strong through your leg in the air. You want like giving it a little press hop. Or anytime you can do that. Last full breath. Exhale. Right foot down. And sit on that camel child pose. Typical breath. And then take it back up. Hands to knees. Downward facing dog. Hips up. And then extend your left leg back behind you. Lift it up. Coming into a three-legged down dog. Strong and active through your left leg. You can do those. Take another breath here. And then exhale. Pull your knee in. Step your foot all the way through. Press it wide. Or high lunge. So you're going to keep your back heel in your back. Knee lifted, reach your arms up. Feel your legs, your front leg, your back thigh in this first one. Take an extra breath. Bend your elbows. Bend your back knee at a hover. And so lean back a little bit. Open up through your chest. Hover that back knee. One more. Inhale. Stretch back up. And bring both hands to the ground. Now step your left foot back to plank pose and shift your weight to your left hand, Vashisthasana, side plank. Push the ground away and pull your hips up. And take another strong breath here. And all the way back to regular plank pose, chaturanga. Cobra, open and lift. Downward facing dog. Good. Come down to your knees for another dolphin pose. So this time we're going to extend that left leg up. So come down, elbows and forearms to the floor. Forearms are parallel, shoulder width apart, or cross the hands. Let your head go. Pick up your knees. Tiptoe forward a little bit toward your face. Don't let your elbows go wider than your shoulders. And this time your left leg is going to reach up to that three-legged dolphin pose. stretch and lengthen through that left leg. Active and reaching, don't collapse into your shoulders. Back. You're welcome to do a couple little press pops. You want with that forearms down. Good. Release your left foot back to the floor. Come down to your knees. And take a child's pose. Sit on back. Guys, all right. Back to downward dog. Stretch with the fingers, like the positive fingers into the floor. All right, send your right leg back again, reach it all the way up. The right leg reaches, try to root down with your left heel. You might walk your hands back 50 inches, one hand bent back. The right hand plugged into the floor and the hips really slip. So inner thighs facing toward that. Walk your left hand back to about the middle of your mat. You keep your palm down or maybe come up onto the pads and fingers. Or you can work with a little teeter totter. So your left arm can reach back along the side or really back. Using your core. Just testing your balance here. Take another breath. Bring your left hand back to the mat. Pull your right knee in and step it through. Crescent lunge or high lunge. Take your arms up. Take a breath here. Bend your elbows. Bend your back knee. Kind of hover. Open through your chest. Lean back. And then straighten up your back leg, reach your arms up, and bring both hands down to the floor. Standing split. So you're going to float that left leg up and fold over your right leg. So a one-legged standing forward fold. You might take the right hand, walk forearm back behind your right calf, and then fold it in. Good, last breath here. And then release out of that. Step your left foot to the back of your mat, turn your heel flat, come all the way up to warrior two. So strong in that lunge. Torso upright, extend out through your arms. Give this a couple of breaths, rooted equally into the floor. To your feet and to your spine. Open up your palms, put a little soft bend in your elbows. And then as you exhale, drop your arms down and clasp your hands behind your back. Pull back through the shoulder, heads, knuckles down, heart rate up. And then dive forward, ostrich pose. So right shoulder, the inside of that right knee. Good. Now we're going to gently release the clasp, bring the hands down to the ground, and walk the hands to the left, spin the right toes. And so coming into this wide straddle, facing the left side of your mat, flat back as you inhale, exhale forward. 5 deep breaths here. Next in breath, come to that flat back. Bring your hands to your hips, connect to your core, and come all the way up to standing. Turn the right toes forward. We're going to come into half moon pose when we're standing balance. So you might want to start in a warrior two. You can rock your weight forward. Take your right fingertips about a foot beyond your toes, and float your left arm and your left leg up. Good. Stacking the body on its side. You're welcome to take a bind here, if that's in your practice, or a different version. Take one more breath. Release and let go of that. Bring your left hand down to the floor. Step the left foot to the very back of your mat. Center the right knee directly over your ankle and reach the right arm up for a stretch. This leg. Back knee can always come down if you prefer. As you lean back and open through your chest. Inner thighs engaged. Take one more cleansing breath. Exhale, right hand comes down. Step your right foot back to plank pose. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, my dears, come down to your knees. Now we're gonna add one more thing to our dolphin stretch. So this time, so we took one leg up last round. So now we're gonna take one arm away and then take a leg up, or you can just stick with the one leg. Okay, so it's up to you. So come down, set up for your regular dolphin pose, and pick up your knees. You're going to tiptoe forward a little bit toward the face. Now I'm going to take my feet out a little bit wider than normal, touch the edges of the mat. And I'm going to take my left arm away, take my left arm behind the back, or I can reach down and grab a hold of my calf. Using my core, take the right leg up. So it's similar to what we just did in our down dog, either powder down dog, which is dolphin stretch. Couple more breaths here. Then release your right foot down, take your left arm down. And then you can take a little rest in child's pose or puppy pose. Sit on that. Good. Awesome, guys. All righty. Back up, hands and knees. Downward facing dog. So hips lift. Get the bangs here. And with awareness, take your left leg back behind you, reach it up, three-legged downward dog. Now, you want to try to really stabilize with the right foot. And you walk your hands back, one hand print. Square off the hips, keep your core strong. The left hand roots down. Walk your right hand back to about the middle of your mat. You can have your palm down or come up onto the pads of your fingers. Option to take your right hand away. We'll come into a teeter dog. So your right arm can be on your side or behind your back. Couple more breaths here. And then take your right hand back to your mat. Pull your left knee in. Step your foot through. Coming into that fluorescent lunge or high lunge. Keep your arms up. Find your breath. Bend your elbows and bend your back knee at a hover. Stretch your arms and your leg back up. And take your hands to the ground out in front of you, standing split. So float your right leg up as you fold over your left leg. Good. You can take your left hand and forearm back behind your calf and fold it in. Good, give this one more breath. And then release out of that, step your right foot to the back of your mat. When you feel flat, bring your body upright, warrior two. Strong in your legs, hand to your core, relax your shoulders, but active and reaching through your arms. Put your palms up, put a little bend in your elbows, relax your shoulders and loosen your ears. Take another breath here. And then exhale, arms down, clasp your hands behind your back. So we're going to pull back through the shoulders, knuckles down, the heart lifts up. Exhale, ostrich. So humble warrior, left shoulder passes down toward the knee or the inside of the left knee. Releasing your clasp, bring your hands down and crawl your hands over to your right. So spin your feet, flat back, stretch out your spine, and exhale, fold. 5 deep breaths in. Feel free to take a different variation if you prefer. And you root down to the inner and outer edges of both feet. Stretch forward to your flat back. Knees bend forward. Hands to hips. Connect to your core. You come all the way up to standing. Turn the left toes forward. We're going to make our way into that half moon pose. So with your arms out, you can start with that warrior two. Reach forward, pick up your right arm and your right leg, balancing on your left foot. Stack the body on its side, so really spread out through your arm, your leg, fingers. Pick any variation you'd like, maybe grab a hold of your foot or a half bow. More breaths here. And release your foot. Bring it on down. Step your right foot back to your leg. Center that left knee over your ankle. And lift your left arm up for your foot. Twist and one. Strong and lifted to your core, your inner thighs. A couple more breaths here. And release. Step your left foot back to plank pose. Forward down, chaturanga. Inhale, lift it open, full breath, and then downward facing dog. All right, now your knees, and we're going to set up for that dolphin strut on this side. So we'll start with regular dolphin pose, elbows and forearms down. And you can always stick with regular dolphin if you prefer. Put your toes under, pick up your knees. Tiptoe forward. And then tiptoe out wide. Now we're going to take the right arm away this time. So the right arm can come away, go behind the back, or reach down and grab a hold of your calf or your ankle, that right side. And then pick up your left leg and find your way into this dolphin strut. Couple more breaths here, just play around with this balance. Good, release, stepping out of that. Both knees down. Take a moment in your child's or puppy or embryo pose. Right, lift your way up, right? And if you happen to be by a wall, if you want to scoot to a wall, I'll show you what we're gonna do next. And if you'd rather just do this without a wall, that's fine. You can just kind of work with dolphin or one like that. But what I'm gonna suggest that we do is sit right next to the wall and create this L shape. And you can watch this one or just do it with me, it's up to you. But I think most of you have done this before. So basically measuring how long your legs are and then placing the elbows. So for your dolphin pose, elbows in the shoulders in this place where your feet are, that leg distance away from the wall. So I'm going to switch around, bring my elbows down to where my feet were, create my dolphin. Relax the head, relax the neck, take out the knees, and then just walk my feet about halfway up the wall. So creating an L shape here. You keep the left foot on the wall and take the right leg up. Now do a few breaths here. Switch legs, you can come down in between. Left leg reaches up, right stays on the wall. Right, and then bring it all the way back down. Round shape is child. And I'll see you guys. Okay, you can do that one more time. Walking your feet up the wall or just taking one leg up at a time. Or you can turn and face the wall. And you start in your dolphin. Take up your knees, tiptoe forward. Take one leg up. And you do a little hop press into a forearm stand. You're welcome to either let your head relax or look between your forearms. And maybe take your feet away. And take a minute or so and play around with that. And resting in between. Either walk and feet up the wall or keep it up. I'm going to give it one more go here. And whenever you're done with that, just bring it back down. We're going to make our way all the way down to the belly. Sphinx pose. So pull your cuffs and rib cage forward. That practice go back. And then we're going to bring the chest and the belly to the ground. Shoulder pigeon. Feel pretty good after all the dolphins. So take your right arm up to the right. Shoulder pigeon, press the body over With that right side, the left knee can point up. Or you could grab your foot, come into a half bow, and a bind here. You're just kind of wearing the size that fits today, giving your arms and shoulders a little TLC. Take one more breath here on this right side. Going back to belly. Switch sides. So the left arm reaches out to the left. Gently press it on over. Taking the left arm in the finger. And again, put the right knee up or maybe reach back and down and hold with your foot. Breath. Take away that belly. And come on up to your hands and knees. And all the way back to a downward facing dog. You stretch your right leg back. Keep it up. When you bend the leg, just try and open up the hip. Open tail that right leg. Go to the foot. Take the next breath. And then guide your right leg into the right forward, put the left leg back. Feel free to take a figure 4 or different variation of pigeon if you like. Step a little bit and draw your hands forward. And right foot to release, soften, and then the breath. And last, the breath. Make our way back upright. And take the hands to the ground, tuck your back toes under. We're going to swing this right leg back. Again, you put up. Bend your leg, open through your foot, and we stretch up to the flip your dog over. You may get a back bend or wild in pose. Grab your left hand and reach into the right arm or back. Take one more breath. And all the way back to the regular down dog. You can go to regular down dog or stay with the dog. And then left leg in there, squeeze along the left. Bend your leg. Take an extra breath. Scorpion tail that left leg, heels towards the foot. Guide your left leg into the knee. Put your right leg back. And so take a moment to settle in, lengthen, and then crawl your down on forward. And a little bit of attention to your left hip. And take one more breath in. And then back up. Same thing, we're gonna plant the hands, tuck the back toes under, and weight your left leg, and you sit back 2 times and up. Bend your leg, open your hip. Up to the flip your dog over. Think about wild thing pose, or two-legged back bend. Then your right hand, to your left arm back. As you touch your left. Let's take another breath. Back to that. Down dog. Or you to your left side. Inhale, full row up dog. Down reduce. The step or jump through. Seat. Roll down onto your back. And pull your knees in toward your back. And round or circle side here. Bring the soles of your feet to the ground. A little bit wider movements at the edges of your mat. Your arms straight up towards the ceiling. And then bend your elbows, grab a hold of the opposite forearm. Your knees will drop to your right, into wiper, and the elbows and your forearms will come to your left. Your left elbow will move towards the ground. Right arm will straighten out a little bit. And then let's swivel back to the center and take the other side. So knees drop to the left, the elbows and the forearms will pull to the left. Back to the center. And just keep this moving side to side. Feel free to stay in the place a little longer. Pull that way onto the top arm. Now the knees drop to the right, and now you'll stay there. Release your arms and stretch them all the way out, wide like wings. Pick up your right foot and ankle. Let it rest on top of your outer left knee or outer left leg. Lift you up. And then cross your leg, keep your arms where you are, but take your knees over to your left. Then pick up your left foot and ankle, and let it rest on top of your outer right leg. Pause the breath here. And start to pause and back up. Check both legs out to your keep your arms up and back and second here. And take your arms down. And stretch your body out for Savasana. Okay. Feel free to take any last little movements that you need. Savasana. Begin to extend the back to the back. Moving forward. Shift over to your side, your position. And then make your way all the way back up to your seat. Reaching your arms up alongside the ears. Bringing your hands together. Thank you so much for joining me, everybody. We'll finish with one round of full breath in. Namaste. Thanks, everybody. Have a great rest of your day.
Thank you,
Thanks so
Kim.
much, Kim.
You're welcome. See you next week. Okay. Bye.
Bye.